Hi everyone, I am Tara, aka Spirit Mother, and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel on YouTube. I'm Spirit to Spirit Teachings of Going Within Self. On TikTok, 1974 Enlightened Soul, and I'm also live on my Facebook. If you're not familiar with my channel or you're new to my channel, I always suggest or recommend that you go read the description on my YouTube channel to get a better understanding of what my channel is about, especially my lives. It's the YouTube channel, like I said, is Spirit to Spirit Teachings of Going Within Self. A lot of what my channel is like bringing forward different things about the world, about a lot of my own experiences. And this is kind of usually, it's like my not my venting, but it's my safe space. Right now, feeling a lot of emotion, very emotional. I went live last week, and I had said something about my dad, what have you, okay? And what was going on was one of my sisters were setting up uh, setting things up for us to get family portraits done for my dad, okay? And I was all for it. And my sister told me that one of my other sisters, they had to get back to them about the picture, getting the picture taken, because we lost a loved one a couple of years ago, and it's very rough, especially when you're getting family portrait done, and some of the family members are no longer with us. Okay. Now, I had told my sister that yes, I'm all for getting our pictures done and everything and what have you. And after I voiced something on my channel with regards to my dad and something that was with regards to our family and what have you, I got a call from the sister. Okay, this is why my title is Setting the Record Straight. And like, I'm going to start recording people. Okay. And you know, the sister I'm speaking of, she'll probably like message me on my Facebook and talk shit about me, and that's okay, because the person she is around right now told me that she speaks very highly of me, but you know, right now I'm kind of wondering about that, because her and I always had turmoil. Okay, because I'm going to voice this when I was 17, but she'll say she didn't say it. 333 on the timer. She'll say she didn't say it. But when I was 17, I overdosed. Okay, and she come home and she found me, and I have vague memories. She found me puking in the toilet, throwing pills. She got the neighbors to come out, and she had me out in the deck, and I know, like, I had been throwing up, and she said I heard about the dog eating it. And my mom was in the hospital. The day I went in the hospital, my mom was getting out, and I was in there, and my mom had an appointment. We went in as a family. Well, this sister, she looked at me, and she'll say she didn't say it, but she did, because it hit. It hurt really bad, because she said, I should have left you die. And I looked at her and I said, I didn't ask for your help, did I? Okay, now she gave me this. Always my sister, forever my friend. Okay. She gave me a pillow with regards to sisters after she had said about letting me die. She gave me a poem write-up thing, and I still have it. And that was when I was 17. So, okay, like 40 years, more than 40 years ago. No, sorry, like 30 some years ago. Okay. Now, she called me after I did the video. She called me to tell me that she was talking to our father and told our father that I was right on what I said. She told me that my youngest sister was pissed off at me, and I said I didn't care. I even put it on another live video. Okay. Yeah, it stopped. Okay. Oh, it's trying to kick me off. Oh well. A live video, and she called me and she asked me why nobody was getting their picture taken now, because it was all arranged. We were going to have it like the first week in November. And she said, like, why is nobody getting their picture taken now? And I was like, well, I don't know yet. Like, ask them, because I was all for it. And she said that my oldest sister said that nobody was getting their picture taken now because of what I said about our dad on my live. Okay? I don't know if she's trying to cause problems or what's actually going on. So when I was on my last live, I had voiced that, dad deserves to have a picture. And, if like people are mad at me, well, then they all can go get their picture taken and I'll stay out of the picture. And she said, no. Okay. So this evening, and I am going to read the messages, and she just like, yeah. It's anyway, drop it. I'm done. Okay. Well, it's not over yet. And people, if people want to say I'm childish, no, I'm not childish. I'm fed up. Okay. It's addressing the elephant in the room, because I'm sick of being blamed for everything. I'm not your fucking blame bag. I'm not your verbal punching bag. I'm not the one that's going to wear the shit. I've worn it long enough, and I'm standing up, and some don't like that. And it's like, oh, well, too bad. So sad for you. I'm addressing the elephant in the room. So this evening I wrote, did any of them change their mind about getting their pictures done? See, I wouldn't have said that I wasn't getting my picture done after I said that I was all for it, and I said that everybody had to grow up. She wrote, no, I canceled it. And I said, you should have a conversation about it with them, because they're acting like children. So now I'm wondering if this was actually really said or if something else. Okay. And I wrote, and they can't blame me. I'm done with them using me for their excuses and blaming me. She wrote, but you were too, cause you said you wasn't getting in it. So that is why I canceled it. I was all for it. I was getting in it until I was told that my oldest sister said that they weren't getting it done now because of what I said about my dad. Which was true, because it's true about everybody's family. And I said that. And I wrote, no, I'm not to blame at all. You told me that my oldest sister said they weren't getting their picture done because of what I said about dad on my video. So I wasn't to blame at all. I just told you, tell them to do it if they don't want me in the photo because they had their nose out of joint. And I said, because dad deserves a picture. It's okay for everybody else to talk about me, right? But God forbid I say anything about them that's true. She wrote, I canceled it because you said you wasn't going. So I called and told him I wasn't doing it. This was the person that was going to take the picture. Well, I didn't say that I wasn't going to get my picture done in the beginning until I was told that my sister said that they weren't going to get it done. And I said, go get it done. I will stay out of the picture. And when she wrote, I told him she wasn't doing it. I wrote, first off, you told me that our oldest sister said that and I don't care if anybody got an attitude problem with me doing this. This is my safe space because nobody seems to want to listen to what I have to say. So if I'm no longer part of your family because I'm voicing my feelings, well, I guess I'm your loss. First off, you told me that our oldest sisters said that they weren't getting their picture done because of what I said about Dad. Nobody got back to me and said that anybody was going to do it. You told me that they said they weren't, so I said, get it done. I would stay out of the picture if that's what they wanted. So I'm not taking the blame because you canceled the pictures. I had no problem getting my picture done. They had the problem. From what she told me, they were the ones that had the problem. Because, well, I guess they were mad at me for voicing some truth and speaking my truth of how I felt. So if anybody wants to act like children and blame me why they said they weren't getting it done now, that's on you guys. I'm not taking the blame. Everyone needs to grow up. And you did, and I wrote, and you did tell me that our oldest sister said that nobody was going to get the picture done because of what I said about Dad. But it's okay for them to talk shit about me. I said it's okay for him to talk shit about me because he does talk about me behind my back. He talks about all of us behind our back. Okay. But that's the part of people will say, oh, well, that's your dad. How old is he? It doesn't matter how old they are. It's that part of they know better. I love you, Dad, but I'm not going through this anymore. And if it means that I have to stay away from everybody because I know that somebody in the family wants that, then that's the way it's got to be. And that's exactly what I told. That's exactly what, everybody needs to grow up. And you did tell me that our oldest sister said that nobody was getting the picture done about Dad, but it's okay for him to talk, okay? And that's exactly what you told me. I'm tired of people saying stuff to me and then saying they didn't say it, then blaming me for their words or actions. Wrote, you called me and asked me why nobody was getting their picture done. And I told you I didn't know. And you told me that they weren't getting it done because our oldest sister said, because it was what I said about Dad on my video. That's exactly what you said to me. That's why I said that I would stay out of the picture. Everyone's done that to me my whole life. And I'm done being blamed for shit that other people say or do. And am I airing my dirty laundry? You're fucking right, I am, because people can come in and watch, they can listen, but I know there's a lot of people that can fucking relate to this, and even the people I'm talking about can relate to it, whether they want to admit to it or not, because I'm not the problem child. And she wrote, I told our I told you our oldest sister was going to let me know if she was going to get it done. I didn't blame you. That's not what I did. This is her. That's not what I did. Didn't blame you at all. I said I'm not putting up with the shit, so that's why I canceled because of both of us. No, that's not at all. Because you did not say that to me at all. Nobody is saying it is your fault. That's not what I'm saying. But I canceled it because our oldest sister didn't know if she was going to get the pictures done. And she said she left me know. She'd let me know. And then you said that she wasn't going to go in. So I got upset and I called Dad and told Dad that I wasn't getting it done. Then I'm not putting up with this shit. You're a liar. You do this every freaking time. And I don't care anymore if you're my sister. You don't act like my sister. I love you, but holy crap. You didn't say that at all. Because my Facebook on a live says otherwise. You said that you weren't going to get it if I wasn't getting my picture done, if I wasn't getting in the picture. And I said that I wasn't getting in the picture because it didn't seem like anybody wanted me in it anyways. Di siklet tuturiya siya, lagi sino mo tuturian? And then people want to come in my channel and tell me to calm down. You have no fucking idea what my life is like. People might look at me and think, oh, well, you ain't got no problem. You have no fucking idea. The same as I could look at you and say, you got no friggin' problems. But you know, I don't know you. But I can feel your problems. I can feel it. I was the one that said I wasn't putting up with this shit anymore. She wrote, I told you I didn't think our sister was going to, because I said about the picture, and our oldest sister said, what do you know? What's going on about Facebook? Seriously? I think I should start recording you. Like I did my ex-husband one time. But like my ex-husband, you'd probably say, well, I didn't say that, even though your face would be on the freaking camera. Or it'd be your damn voice. My heart, I have love for my family, but I'm fucking fed up. And if you don't want me in the family, well, you know. But if you do, then you know, it's time to smarten up. Because I'm not taking the shit and abuse anymore. I don't abuse you guys. I speak up. I tell you things, and then I'm the fucking problem. I'm not the problem at all. I own up to my shit. Go watch my fucking videos, and you might learn something. And then she goes on to write, and then you started going on saying about me, telling you that I put, or my oldest son, and she wrote, I said, this was the part where she had told me a long time ago that my oldest son, when he was little, he was going and pooping in the corner. Don't take offense to this, and don't let it humiliate you. Because he was a toddler. And that's a sign of something going on. I said, did my oldest son, mine, shit in the corner? But I'm not saying anything. I'm not getting involved in this. I agree with some of the things you said, some of the things that, no, maybe you shouldn't put on Facebook. Go fuck yourself and look at the shit you put on. Seriously. You're a fucking liar. And you've been lying your whole damn life. When are you going to start being truthful with yourself and everybody else? I now know that you're the one that talks shit about me. go behind my back all the time. And I don't care if you like what I'm saying. I don't care if you ever speak to me again. Getting involved in this Facebook. But that's why I canceled. No. Once again, you put your blame on me. And I'm not taking the blame. The pictures wasn't because of you. It was because I didn't know she was going to get them done or not. Who's talking? You knew fucking well because you told me that what was going to take place, there was going to be a picture of somebody being held by somebody. I didn't tell you that her oldest sister said that she wasn't getting them done. I told you that her oldest sister was going to let me know. No, you later told me that they weren't going to get it done. You told me that they were going to get it done and we were going to get it done the first week in November. Because you told me to tell my youngest son. And I wrote, oh, yes, you did. Originally, you told me that her oldest sister was going to let you know because she was having a problem with it, I kept writing, because she was having a problem with it because of someone in the family not being here. So she said about our oldest sister having the person's child hold the picture in front of her. And I'm sorry to my oldest sister. This ain't got nothing to do with you because, there was nothing wrong with that. And I can see where you're coming from. A picture of that person. So everyone was getting you. And then I wrote, you said that nobody was getting their picture done now because of what I said about Dad on one of my lives, because you called me and you asked me why nobody was getting their picture done now. That's exactly how the conversation went. But everybody likes to say they didn't say what they said, because I wouldn't have said, well, then you guys just go get it done, because I was all for the pictures. Because I even said, no, go get it done, whether I'm in it or not, because our dad deserves a family picture. Go read my Facebook, the comment you made, or did you go fucking delete it? And yes, you did tell me that when my oldest son was little, he used to shit in the corner when you were babysitting him. I remember that. I remember a lot of the things that people seem to say they didn't say or do. It's been embedded in my mind, and I'm constantly going over it. I'm constantly sitting with it. And I wrote, I'm going to start recording, everyone. She wrote, I can't talk now. I'm driving. I'm not arguing with you over this shit. Right back at you. I'm going to start doing the same thing. Good, you do that. Just don't edit it. And I wrote, no, because you know what I'm saying is true. You do that every time. And she wrote, Tara, I had a witness to say what I said, because the person she hangs around with was sitting right there when we were talking. Yep. Maybe the first time when you said that our oldest sister didn't know she would get back to you, but I guarantee they weren't sitting there the next time. When you called me and said that you agreed with a lot of, like, you called Dad and told him that you agreed with stuff I said, or was that a lie too? And then she goes on and writes, and I told you that our oldest sister didn't know if she was going to get the pictures done because she asked me if I saw what you wrote on Facebook or you said on Facebook. Seriously? I don't give a shit if you don't like me. And I don't give a shit if this looks like it embarrasses me, because it doesn't embarrass me. And I wrote, originally, you told me that our sister, she told me that our sister was going to get back to her. And I wrote, but the last thing you told me, this person wasn't there because you called me and asked me why nobody was getting their picture taken now. And I told you I didn't know. And you said, our oldest sister said that it was because of what I said about our dad on my video. So yeah, your friend was there the first time, but they weren't there the second time. She wrote, I never once told you my friend wasn't there. You didn't tell me they were there. And I wrote, why don't you go read the messages? You just got done telling me that this person was there when you told me that our oldest sister said she got back to you. You told me that she got back to you. You were going to take a picture of the loved one and get their child to hold it. Then after I did my live video and said stuff about Dad, you called me back and told me that you spoke to Dad and told Dad that I was right about my oldest son needing help when he was younger. Okay? Because it's that part of, like, listening. Then you asked me why nobody was going to get their pictures taken now. And I said that, and you said that our oldest sister told you it was because of what I said about Dad. And you also told me that my youngest sister was pissed off at me. And I really don't care anymore, because it's okay for you to say the shit that you say to me, looking at me and telling me he's not your kid. I got the fucking stretch marks. Whether there's a said paper that's been signed or not, he still knows, and everybody knows, and you're the one that didn't want your kids to know. I don't care anymore. I never felt like I belonged in the family anyways. And she wrote, this sister, she wrote, anyway, drop it, I'm done. And then she wrote, Tara, I told you I was talking to our oldest sister. Didn't know if she was going to get the pictures done. And she asked me if I saw the video that you posted. Bullshit. Because you fucking told me that we were going to get them done at the beginning of November. And for me to tell my youngest son. So I'm done with this fucking horse shit. I'm done with the lies. With saying that you didn't say something when you fucking well did. You told me exactly what was taking place. That's why I said, like, I even told my ex-husband about what went down, because I fucking cried about it. There's a lot of people going through this. It's like, if you don't like me, then you know what? Stay the fuck away from me. Don't bother calling me. I'll miss you, but you know this wouldn't be the first time that I went through this. I just went through it last year because of something. And people say, oh, well, you were causing problems. No, I wasn't trying to cause problems. I was voicing a concern, the same as I did years ago. And then come to find out that that concern should have been looked at. I'm not saying that the last one, but the experience that I held it in, and it ate at me, so I confronted it. And I got basically tossed away and hollered at and told that you and your spiritual head, you guys have, like, it's like, do you guys ever have a fucking heart? I don't care anymore. So many people go through this and they keep trying and trying and trying. I'm done. So whoever wanted me out of the family, I guess you got your wish, right? You caused enough fucking problems and you'll blame me for it. But I'm not to blame. But I observed so much and I took so much. And I'm not the one that needs a fucking psychiatric unit. Yeah, I do have a spiritual head, and I'm proud to say I do. Because it means that I'm connected to God, whether you want to believe it or not. I didn't learn the languages anywhere. I'm not going to suck hole. And I'm not going to beg for love. Because I know I'm worth loving. And if you guys can't see that, then that's your problem, not mine. I'm leaving it there. I'm sending you all love. Just love, light, many blessings. Most importantly, very good. I can't even say it right now. Because right now I'm not feeling love from my family. But I'm still sending them love because I still love them. No matter how much shit I put up with. And everybody will say, well, you know, you were always in the hospital. Yeah. Maybe that's why Mom took her life, because she was always in the hospital, right? And I'm not saying she killed herself, but she did by smoking herself to death. Because she was screaming on the inside and nobody was fucking listening to her. And I'm not blaming anybody. Because the medical system wasn't even listening to her. So I'm sending you all love.